Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Just waiting a few seconds for a couple more people to pop on. Hi Lisa, hi Allison. How are you ladies tonight? Hi Samantha. I hope everybody's doing good. Just give it a few seconds. Tonight you have Tiffany, me, doing my Peppi cure, and we have Lex helping us read comments.
Hello.
Hi Kristen, hi Rosemary. I'm reading everything upside down right now as we get started, so hopefully I'm reading everybody right. Let's see, hi Jennifer, hi Edra, hi Bailey, hi Jenny, hi Stacy. All right, so now that we got a few people hopping on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my Peppi cure. Tonight I'm going with the patriotic theme. I will be honest, I messed up on my stamp here. I thought my Statue of Liberty was going to look good up here, but it really should have been down there. But I'm going to show you on this hand how to fix it. So it's going to look really nice. And tonight, the colors that I'm using are Drinks Before 5, which is the red, French White, which is the white, and Sapphire Glitz, which is the blue. So I'm really excited. I think outside of the misplacement of my Liberty stamp, it came out really well. I think it looks really pretty. I tried to ombre the stars a little bit, so maybe I can do better on the other side. But I'm really excited. So for those of you that are new, we are doing dip powder. It's a 3-step process. So you're going to watch me apply my base, set it, and then add the shine, except we're going to throw in the extra step of stamping tonight since everybody is going patriotic for the 4th of July. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then if you guys have questions while I'm getting started, Lex is going to help us answer them and read them.
You've got it. It is Alicia's first live.
Hi Alicia, welcome.
Rosemary is wondering if we have any tips about lifting issues.
Yeah, Rosemary, so if you're having lifting, I'm going to walk through during the application and tell you ways to prevent it. But the biggest, or the two biggest things outside of nail prep, because we all know that's important, is going heavier on your first round of your number 2 and making sure that your product is not on your cuticle and you're stopping a hairline before the cuticle. Otherwise, there's going to be a natural lift as it grows out. So my nails are really dry over here. I haven't oiled them in a really long time, so don't mind those. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little light buff. But I do want to show you an up close of the colors. Here's Sapphire Glitz. You can't tell how sparkly it is in the jar. Here is a close-up of Drinks Before 5. And then, of course, French White. My French White is like 2 years old, so it definitely has some discoloration to it. But it's still, as you can see, it pops up really nice and white.
So where is everybody watching from tonight? Where are you guys at?
Yeah, tell us. Oh, I have a lighter buffer. So a little trick that I like to do is I like to take a used buffer, like really used, and use that to do my nail bed. Now, I don't buff my nails every week, ladies, honestly, because I'm taking them off every week, so I'm not really going for the long wear like usual. But this time, I am going for the long wear. So I'm just going to give a really light buff with a super used buffer, and it's not going to be as harsh as like this coarser one that we work with normally. So I just do it quick. If it's your first time with Peppi, you're going to want to buff a little extra. But you're going to want to make sure you get up by the cuticle and here into the sidewalls because that's where your lifting is going to start happening. So just make sure you guys are prepping really good, and that's going to make sure they stay on for a nice long time. Alright, quick buff. And I think she has a Peppi brush back here somewhere. Ladies, I was running really late tonight. I went to the gym with Lex and I cut myself short on time. So I'm still like setting up as I'm doing the video. So I'm going to get my Peppi brush real quick because I forgot to pull it out. and just clean off my little mess that I made here because I don't like working on a dirty mat.
Becky is wondering if we will still be doing live next week.
Next week we're taking off for the holiday. Just so everybody is, enjoying time with their family and making sure they're remembering loved ones and all that good stuff. So we are going to be off next week. Alright. So right now I'm pushing my cuticles back real quickly. We got them going, and now we're going to go ahead and start our Peppi cure. So I'm going to replicate it the same as this hand, peel off my sticky base here. I'll show you what that is here in a little bit.
Rachel said that you will be missed next week.
Aw, thank you. We're going to miss you guys too. It's kind of weird because we don't take a lot of weeks off, so whenever we do, I'm like, what am I forgetting to do this week?
Something's missing.
Alright, so the first layer, I'm going to go about 90% up the nail. Now, I know a lot of people like to do it a couple different ways. This is my personal preference, and I think it works really well, especially making sure you keep a nice, thin, natural look at the cuticle line. So what's everybody's plans for the holiday?
Any good 4th of July stuff going on? I am super excited to go see fireworks. I love fireworks.
Fireworks are fun. You guys are going to DC, right?
We are. I'm so excited.
If anybody's in DC watching fireworks, you guys are going to have to see Lex and Maggie.
Yep, we'll be there. I'm not a huge crowd fan, but I think it's going to be worth it anyways.
Yeah, me neither. I'm very introverted. I like to stay home a lot.
Yeah.
Unless I have a couple glasses of wine, then it can be a little loud.
Becky says they're doing fireworks and grilling and that her little one's going to be 11 months old.
Aww,
Fun.
that is fun.
Lots of good family stuff. So Tiff, Sandra's wondering what red you're using.
I'm using Drinks Before 5 today. I was going to use Wild and Free because it is my favorite red, but I've worn that a lot recently, so I decided to switch it up. Show off something a little bit different.
Yeah, I like that red.
Yeah, and you just do a nice, easy dip.
Krista said, introverts unite. Sometimes it's good to chill at home.
Yes.
But it'll be fun to get out and see some fireworks.
Yeah. Fireworks are fun. I like watching them.
I like the sound and like that vibration when you're super close. You can almost like feel them.
Yeah, definitely.
So fun.
I don't think we actually made plans yet.
Yeah?
I'm going to check with my husband on that.
That would be super fun.
That would be fun. Actually, last year we went and did fireworks, and we didn't have plans to go into DC, but Maggie and Jason, everybody was already in DC. And then my husband and I ended up 5 minutes away from where Maggie was. I was like, oh, we should have just came.
That's awesome.
We joke about it all the time.
So Christina's wondering what the difference is between the two different reds.
So Wild and Free is a very vibrant red, but it's darker with more of like a cherry undertone versus Drinks Before 5. It's more of like a fiery red. So I'm going to use 2 brushes to clean because I'm working with white tonight. I don't want to blend in the red or the blue onto the white. I want to make sure it stays nice and fresh. And then I'm going to wipe the red off first. And then I'm going to wipe the brush on my pants just because I have nothing else in front of me. And then I'm going to do the sapphire glitz. And then wipe it off again just because when I do my next round, I don't want that glitter to transfer into the red. So, I am working with 2 number 1s tonight, and I'm going to let you guys know why. When I'm working with white against these darker colors or these glitter colors, I want to make sure my white stays fresh. Like, I want a nice, crisp, white summer white. So I'm going to use a bottle that I keep specifically for white or really, really light colors like it. So I'm going to use this bottle to do my second and third layer of the white. Of the French white. And I'm going to do that nail first, actually.
I think we have some people joining us just now, so remind us what colors you're using again.
So for everybody new, I am using French white, and I'm using the red is going to be Drinks Before 5, and blue is the Sapphire Glitz.
So fun.
Yes, I like it. It came out good.
Love the holidays. There's something about like barbecuing and being outside and like the anticipation of fireworks that I think the 4th is just such a fun holiday.
Yeah, and just being with your friends and family too.
Being with loved ones.
So when I work with white, I'm very careful because I feel like you can see flaws a little bit more around the cuticle line or edges. So I like to do it really slow and just really take my time. And I'm sure a lot of ladies can relate to this, but I'm very picky in terms of like how my cuticle line looks. Like I want to make sure I have a salon looking manicure. So taking your time is key. Don't rush it, and then you'll have the best manicure out there.
Deanna is wondering how quick the base dries. She's wondering if you have to really hurry up on the dip.
So the base does dry rather quickly, so you do want to dip at a decent speed. Like you don't have to rush through it and dip that second, but as you can see, this is the speed that I always move at just because the base does dry fast. So as you get used to using the product, you'll have your own way of doing your dip, like your own way, like your speed of doing it, your speed of application. Everybody does it a little bit different because it might work differently for one person than another, but overall, in general, you definitely want to move semi-quick, especially if you're sitting outside in the warm air because it will dry really fast.
Tara is wondering if it's possible to do a firework accent with Peppi.
You can. I can't draw, though. You can absolutely do fireworks. You can do any nail art that you want. There's honestly no limits to it. I do a lot of stamping because I'm not an artistic person. I cannot draw to save my life. I was not blessed with those genes. So I use a lot of stamps.
I'm sure there'd be like some really good firework stamps out there.
Yes. There's a bunch. There's a couple different brands. I think What's Up has a firework stamp, and I want to say Born Pretty and maybe Bundle Monster. So if you take a look at those brands, you might find a firework stamp pretty easily.
Becky, I do not have 4th of July nails yet, but I'm sure I will here soon. I'm still rocking my autism awareness nails with my puzzle pieces and the splatter that we did. They've lasted me forever. I've loved it.
Yeah, they came out really cute.
Lots of compliments. Yeah, super fun.
And I love that we were able to do that.
Yeah.
And help others.
Yeah. Made a huge difference.
So I'm just trying to making sure I get a nice even layer. I went really thin on my first round, so I didn't get as full a coverage as I was going for. So did a nice little bit thicker even layer, and you can see now I have the coverage that I need. And then I'm going to go in and do my glitter last. So another thing that I do is I keep a paper towel by my side, and you guys can't see this because it's off camera, and I want to make sure that I keep the background looking nice. But when I'm doing my layers, I try really hard to wipe my brush, especially with these new ones, because you can see like that color will transfer, which is why I do like a separate one for white. But I just do a little wipe, and it goes right onto the paper towel. You can see the red there, especially with reds. They have the most transfer. But just to prevent it from like bleeding into any other color.
So you use a totally separate one?
A totally separate, yeah, for white. And then I wipe it on the paper towel when I'm doing like the red and the blue, the same brush. Because we don't want that red to get in the blue, and we don't want the blue glitter to get into the red.
No.
At least not on this one. So then I'm just going to slide up here with just a little tiny bit of a fan. And that's how I get my perfect cuticle line. And now I'm going to go in, wipe my brush, and then I'm going to go in and dip into Sapphire Glitz.
I love that Sapphire Glitz.
Isn't it pretty?
That sparkle is so fun.
Yes. Alright, so now I'm using my separate brush for white. We're going to clean off that so we can do a fresh dip. And now we're going to brush off the red.
Melissa called you the paper towel queen.
I am.
She said she lets you go through rolls of it.
You don't even want to know. Like, I spend a lot on paper towels. Even in my personal life, before Peppi ever existed, I'm, like, going through them like crazy.
They're just so handy.
They are, and I like them thicker than napkins, and I don't know, I'm just, yeah. But Costco, you guys, if you have a Costco near you, they have the best paper towels, and you get, I think, like a 15 roll pack for $15, and it's awesome. Like, they're really, so far, the only ones I found to be the best quality for the price.
Rachel is asking if she can see another ombre soon. She's nervous about doing it and is working up to it.
Definitely. We can do another ombre.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's been a while since we've done one. Well, actually, you and Maggie did one.
We did, a few weeks back.
Yeah.
I can't believe, honestly, how fast this summer has gone by. I don't know if anyone else thinks it's gone by super fast, but I'm already going home in like 2 weeks.
I know, it's so
Just
soon.
flown by. Jennifer says Costco for paper towels.
Yes, Costco is my jam. I love Costco.
Costco for everything.
Yes. Alright, so now I'm going back to my red with the other brush. And this is Drinks Before 5 again. And then I spread it all out. And then I do a little fan at the cuticle line there. This method seems to work for me. I am self-taught. I never went to school, so.
Let's see, Megan is wondering if you have tips for deep nail beds and for keeping your sides clean.
Really just going thin, like thin on your base, and just slow and spreading it nice and even is the best way to keep your sidewalls clean. My nail beds are pretty deep. It's hard to tell on here, but my tips start right about there. So I have a really long natural nail bed. But it's just going slow and taking your time. Start with a thin amount of base and then just apply more if you need it.
Sharon asked, so you dipped 3 times?
Yep, I'm going to dip 3 times. This is my 3rd dip right now. So 3 times, ladies, gives you the maximum strength and the best color results for the product, but it will last a lot longer than if you do 2 dips. Because what happens is when you go to buff it, you're buffing away layers. So if you only do 2 layers, you're making the product too thin, so it's not sturdy enough to withstand everyday life. So you always want to do 3 layers. And sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Danielle is wondering if you have tips for capping your nails, and will that help with pulling?
Yeah, so I have tips for that. We're going to do that when we get to the shine, to the number 3, and we're actually going to do it a little bit on the number 2 as well. So I'm getting ready here in a few more minutes.
Diane said that she did patriotic nails today. We would love to see what you did.
Yeah,
So
I want to see.
Yeah, post on Facebook. We want to see what it looks like.
I bet they're awesome. I've seen a few awesome ones in there so far. I love it.
So fun.
I was like, okay, so I did a patriotic one for Memorial Day, and I was like, what can I do? Because I really liked it, and I got a lot of compliments on that one, surprisingly. So I was like, I really, really like it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what can I do that's like just as good? So I really had big plans for the Statue of Liberty, but we'll see if I can make it look better on this hand.
Rachel said she's going to a wedding on the 4th. That sounds fun.
That's cool.
So fun. Very romantic.
Yeah. Hopefully they have some fireworks.
Yes.
So just take your time when you guys are doing this. You see how slow I'm going. I like to make sure my lines are very perfect. That's the biggest thing, honestly. If I could give one good tip, it's thin, even layers and just taking your time, like not rushing through it. You can rush through it and it will still look amazing, especially once you start getting that muscle memory of doing the same thing over and over. You can get through it a lot quicker. For me on live, I have to go a lot slower because my hand's a little further from my face than usual. But yeah, just slow, thin, even layers, really taking your time with this steady hand, and you guys will have it as perfect as you want it. So I've done all 3 layers. I'm going to go ahead and set the nails now, and I'm going to start with the French white, again, because I don't want the colors of the red and the blue to bleed over. So you want to go a little bit heavier on your first round of set, and you want to really make sure you get up there by the cuticle, really good into the sidewalls, run it all the way down, and then just run across the edge right here to kind of seal it in. And we're going to go ahead and do the red. Same thing. You want to make sure you get the cuticle and the sidewalls real good and the tips. This is what, oh, sorry.
No, it's so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is what's really going to get the powder to adhere to your nails and last for a nice long time. If you're doing like one nail and then using the same liquid and transferring it over and over without dipping into the bottle, you're running out of number 2 on your brush. So by the time you get to your 3rd, 4th, and 5th nail, it's not going to be as strong as you want it to be. So it's really important to just go on nice and heavy and dip right back into the bottle and start fresh each nail. And you guys can see how it just completely changed when I put that on. So now we're going to let it set for about 2 minutes. So do we have any questions or comments?
Lots of people going to see fireworks.
Fun.
Just fun stuff going on. Yeah, ladies, any questions or anything? What are the colors again for?
Emma, I'm using Drinks Before 5, which is the red. Sapphire Glitz, which is the blue. You can see it's going to be nice and shiny when it's done. And then just French white for the white. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm trying to read upside down, but I'm having a hard time. I'm standing up reading while I'm waiting for my number 2 to dry.
Sarah is wondering if it matters if you get number 2 on your skin.
It doesn't, but if you have product from your number 1 on your skin, it is going to matter because it's going to stick it to your skin. But if you do like nice, thin, even layers, like you see here, like here, I'll show you the 2 darker colors. Like, I don't have any product on my skin or my sidewalls, so I can be a little bit sloppier with my number 2, and that way I make sure I'm really getting it all around the cuticle, the sidewalls, and then wiping it up here on the tip. Nice and good.
Jordan says, love your nails. Janae says,
Thank
love
you.
the colors.
Thank you, ladies.
Lisa is wondering if we have new brushes.
We do have new brushes. You can actually, I'll show you, I have 2 number 1s out. So we had in our old one, here, this hand, the black brushes, which we loved. We absolutely loved them. But we found that these white ones are a little bit, you can't even see it in the video. It's so hard. Let me take it out. We found that these ones are a little bit more durable. So if you're like making mistakes maybe with like your timing or not wiping your brush or any of that good stuff, these are a little bit more durable. But with that being said, you still have to be really careful to make sure you take care of them and make sure you're like cleaning your bottle rim. And when you take your brush out of the bottle, wipe like right on the inside. There you see the little plastic insert. If you want to take liquid off, you can wipe right there on the plastic insert or use a paper towel. But whatever you do, don't touch the top or the side. Like if you wipe like this, your bottle lid is going to get stuck because it's an adhesive, so it'll end up getting stuck up in here and making it hard to open. So just make sure you're super careful with that. And we have a lot of tips listed in the group that we have, which is Peppi Gel Dip Powder Tips and Tricks. And we also have tips listed on our website. And you can always email or message us and we'll help you as well.
Megan's wondering if you can buy just a new brush or if you just need to get a whole new bottle.
So you will be able to buy a new brush. We don't have them in yet because we're still in the middle of the transfer. But as soon as we do, we'll have them. But as of right now, you can't.
Awesome.
But we're only maybe a couple weeks away from that, so it's not too much longer.
That's not long.
Yeah. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Seems like there's always delays sometimes.
Denise, it's her first time watching tonight. What's up,
Hi,
girl?
Denise.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us. Megan just showed up. She went and did photo shoot today.
She looks fabulous.
Her hair's all curled, looking good. Say hi to your
Hey everybody!
watchers.
Hey everybody! Happy Tuesday! Happy Tuesday!
She's here. So now you have all three of us.
Whoop whoop!
So
Ayesa says, hey Maggie.
Who's
Ayesa?
Aw, hi!
Megan. Hey Maggie.
how was your photo shoot?
It was good. We actually went to an abandoned barn
Oh, fun.
with
So
these
fun.
big old silos with these vines.
Ooh.
It wasn't what I was expecting at all. So I was really, really surprised and
Yeah.
shocked.
That's cool. That
I'm
sounds like
excited to see
fun.
the pictures.
Yeah, me
Totally.
too. And she used our friend Amy, who does like amazing photos.
And an awesome fancy dress.
Yes, she got an awesome fancy dress from another friend of ours.
Yes.
Yes.
Super exciting.
Yes.
Leslie says it's her first time watching and she thinks that this is awesome.
Thank you, Leslie.
Welcome, Leslie.
If you guys are on our Instagram, we actually posted stories of Maggie's dress and the designer. You guys should check it out. We tagged her and everything so you guys can see. It's beautiful.
It's definitely super exciting.
How fun. Darlene, first time watching live. New
Hi,
Peppi gal.
Darlene. Welcome.
Lots of first time watchers tonight. This is
Hi,
awesome.
ladies. So if you guys are just joining in, I've already dipped my nails, but I guess I should rewind a little bit. We are a dip powder company. I've already done the main process of dipping my nails, and how that goes is you paint the base onto your nail and you dip into the powder, and you do that 3 times. Gives you nice, strong nails, but they're nice and thin. They'll last for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on your preference. I've seen some girls wear them for 4 or 5 in the group, but not very many people go that long because we always like new colors. But right now, what I've done is I've already set the nails. So I'm just doing a really light buff, and now I'm just cleaning up my sidewalls and tips, just making sure everything is smooth and even and pretty.
Stephanie says hello from Puerto Rico.
Hi.
Ooh,
I'm jealous. I want to be in Puerto Rico.
it's gotta be a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico is fun. My hubby and I got to go once. We had a blast. We went over Halloween.
Margaret, do I have lots of grow out since we last did my nails? The answer is yes. Significantly, actually. I've been super impressed with how much my nails have grown since we last did that autism piece. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And they feel super strong. I love it.
Hopefully we can get Lex to do her nails on Thursday when
Yes,
it's
I'm all
4th
about
of
it.
July.
Yes.
Maggie, what color are you wearing right now?
I've actually got Wild and Free
Oh,
on.
perfect. They were asking. Come share, come share.
Okay. I think I'm going to leave it on and stamp on Thursday, and we're going to...
All right. So as you guys can see, hers is Wild and Free. It's more of a cherry red versus Drinks Before 5, which is more of a fiery red.
Yeah, Wild and Free I would describe as being a little darker.
Yeah.
Drinks Before 5. I love
So
your
that was...
stamps. Holy
I
cow.
messed up. The statue should have been
It's
down
super
more.
cute, though.
Yeah, but you know me. I'm going to end up taking it off and changing it.
Casey says, OMG, that dress is amazing.
Oh.
Yes. You guys, go look at our Instagram story. It's
Can't
cool.
wait to see like what the
Pictures
We'll
came in.
share some like I get a sneak view either tonight or tomorrow, so we'll have to share
Oh, fun.
some fun pictures with you guys.
Megan said that she just put Scooter on her nails and that she loves it.
Oh, fun. So we're going to do our reveal of the mystery colors on Thursday, and my fingers are crossed that everybody has their bags by then, but if you don't, you might not want to watch Thursday because the surprise will be ruined.
We're going to tell you the meaning behind the names and everything.
Sophia asked if Peppi can be used on toes.
It can. We've seen a lot of girls do it. I'm personally not flexible enough, so I don't attempt that look. But we also have 15 polish colors that match 15 of our dip powders. So there is an alternative. Alright, so what I just did is I took this latex tape, which you can find on Amazon, and ran it all the way on the outside of my cuticle because I'm going to stamp this nail. And now I'm letting it dry. And I also set this nail first. I'm not quite ready to do my shine on these other fingers, so I'm not going to set it just yet. I'm going to do my stamp first and kind of come back to that. So, and while I'm doing that, I'm really horrible at cleaning my stamping plates. So I'm going to show you guys actually how I clean them.
And for those just joining one more time, what are the colors we are using this evening?
So the red is Drinks Before 5, the blue is Sapphire Glitz, and the white is just French White. Just the classic red, white, and blue.
Very sharp.
Thank you.
I really like that combo.
Tina said Friday, her mother and her got mother-daughter tattoos. That's
Aww.
so fun. But the tattoo artist wowed at her Manny and that she did it herself.
Oh, that's
Tina,
fun.
what did you guys get tattoos of? I'm curious. I love ink.
My baby sister just got her two first tattoos on Friday. She got 2 of them at the same time. And now officially all my siblings have a lot of ink and I have one little tiny tattoo.
You gotta catch up.
I'm scared of needles, you guys. I'll be honest.
You did good though.
I did do good, but
You did do good.
I'm terrified of that stuff. Like, it just doesn't go well for me.
It's worth it.
I got one, and I think I'm good.
Where did you get this stamping plate?
Alright, so I'm using actually 2 brands of stamp plates tonight. I am going to use Bundle Monster for the stars. So it's plate BMXL201, Bundle Monster for the stars. And then I'm going to use Uber Chic for the Statue of Liberty. So I am going to give it another try, and hopefully I like it this time. If not, you might see a picture tomorrow with me changing my mind. I think some of you ladies know I'm known for that.
Right, it's good to be picky.
Yes. So I'm also going to use another stamping company's materials for their polish. I'm going to use Born Pretty stamping polish. We have a bunch of it, and I really like it. It's good quality. It goes on nice and thick, and as you can see, it's very vibrant, and I love it. So I think my barrier here is nice and dry, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the stamp. So in order to get that ombre look, I'm going to paint a little bit of blue on top and then a little bit of red just underneath of it. Hopefully, I think I'm in the frame.
I like your two-toned.
Thanks.
Very cool.
Hopefully I can get more of an ombre look this time than
So
last
fun.
time. So I did the blue, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the red. So you kind of have to blend it a little bit to get an ombre. Last time I was too scared because I didn't want to get the brushes mixed up with the colors. And I kind of did it again, but that's okay. I still like it.
Chrissy is wondering if you can change your stamp without ruining your Peppi.
I can, and I'm probably going to do it.
So how would you do that?
One sec. Alright, so in order to change it, it's actually pretty simple. You can just take regular nail polish remover and wipe it off, and then, or you can buff it off. So what I'll do is I'll take polish remover, wipe it, and then I'll buff it so it's kind of a fresh, nice, like white, crisp layer again. Just making sure there's no residue left over from the polish.
Tawny is wondering where your clear stamper is from.
My clear stamper is Born Pretty, I believe, but I just got it off of Amazon, and you can search it. Just clear jelly stamper is what they're called. And I like these clear ones that are see-through. This one's a little worn out, so it's getting harder for me to see. But it helps when you get a see-through one to kind of see where you're stamping so you can get it exactly where you want it. So now I'm going to do the Statue of Liberty again.
So fun.
Yeah, this time I'm going to move her down to the end, almost like she's kind of like on the ground, I guess, like standing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe that. And then coming up with the stars falling in the background.
Love it.
Yeah. So I just got the Liberty. I think she's kind of too small on this stamp, and maybe that's why I wasn't like...
She's cute, though.
Yeah, she's really cute. I just wish she was a little bit bigger so her design was a little clearer. So here we go. Alright, she didn't come out as dark as the other one, but I'm going to show you guys a close-up.
So fun.
So again, I'm not a huge fan of the placement of it. It's not looking right to me. Maybe I can remove my stamp and show you guys how I do that.
See, I like that.
I
like that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I leave it?
Let's see.
I think it's cute.
I think that's cute.
Maybe
It's
I'm
like-
not as picky as you, but I love
It's
that.
right on the star, so it's kind of weird.
No, I think it's pretty.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it. I got outvoted.
2 against 1.
Yes.
It's okay. She'll probably change it tomorrow.
I
Melissa
will.
said it looks better than your floating hand, where she's like on the edge of your nail.
Oh,
Looks
thank
better.
you. Alright, so I take a little bit of acetone and I put it in the cap of the remover. I think I have the wrong brush tonight. And I use this little brush and I just put a little bit on and I'll go right around the edge to finish cleaning it up because there's always going to be just a tiny bit there.
Denise said you need to leave it.
Oh, okay, I'll leave it.
You
I'm not going
way
to promise.
outnumbered.
I won't promise that I won't change it though, but I'll leave it tonight. I don't want to get in trouble for that. Okay, so that cleanup on that is really easy. Now we're going to go ahead while this is drying. I'm going to put the clear coat on, my smudge-free top coat from Moyu London. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the stamp. And while it dries, I'm going to set my other nails so we can move on to the shine. Alright. It's pretty cool.
Super cute. Where do you get that kind of a brush? Kristen is wondering.
So I ordered mine in a pack off Amazon.
Amazon's the best.
Yes.
Not Amazon.
Most of everything I get is from there, except for my paper towels from
I was
Costco.
gonna say, if you can't get it at Costco, you gotta get it on Amazon.
Yes. So now we're just doing one more set. And now we're going to wait our 2 minutes and then we're going to move on to the shine coat.
Rachel is wondering what colors we're using tonight.
So, Drinks Before 5, French White, and Sapphire Glitz.
So fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that blue.
It's pretty. It's really pretty. You guys should see the mess I have outside of the camera right now. I have stamping stuff, everything like everywhere.
Lots of bottles.
Yes.
And if you guys saw the dress on our Instagram that I was wearing, check them out. It's DeMonico Design.
DeMonico Design.
Yes.
She makes all of her dresses herself.
Wow.
She
draws
designs them,
she
yes.
makes them, like custom wedding dresses, custom everything.
Man.
So
She does so good.
She was,
DeMonico Design.
yeah,
Mhm.
she was kind enough to let me borrow one, which is amazing.
How fun. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, so you guys have to check out her stuff.
So fun. Lisa is wondering what the photo shoot was for.
So I love LinkedIn. I have been known for LinkedIn for 11 and a half years for insurance. And Peppi Gel is my everything in my world. And what I do full time now is Peppi Gel, so I'm about to rebrand myself on LinkedIn, and I just needed the right pictures and the right wording, and so I'm gonna blast out my new brand on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'm excited.
So fun.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to wait about another minute, but while we wait, I'm going to go ahead and wipe each nail with a paper towel. This step is super crucial as it's going to eliminate the residue from number 2 transferring over to your number 3 bottle, which is really important.
Rachel says it's super cool.
Thank you. So I'm almost positive tomorrow you're going to see a new design. I just cannot sit with this one. I can't. It's not aligned right. I don't know. Something's getting to me.
I think maybe if the Statue of Liberty was a little bit bigger.
And more defined.
That way, yeah.
Yeah, like far away, it just kind of looks like a blob. But if you're close, you can definitely tell when you're close. But
it's still cute. Still very patriotic.
Yeah. Maybe I can try to do fireworks. I think somebody asked.
Kristen is wondering if we have any ideas on adding a matte coat.
A what? A matte coat? So you can actually do matte nails really easy. Some people kind of stop where I'm at now, which looks good, but you can see some of the buff marks when you do that. But you, instead of stopping, you can buy any matte top coat that you want. I know it's not Peppi, but it will work really well. Or you can apply one layer of your shine, only one layer, and then immediately apply your number 2, and it'll turn it nice and matte, kind of hiding those buff marks. So I think we've been at about 2 minutes. I don't have a timer, I'm just kind of guessing. So what I'm going to do with my number 3 is I'm going to go ahead and do 2 to 3 quick strokes on each nail and wipe on the paper towel after. So you don't want to spend a lot of time going really slow because you're going to have that contact with the number 2 there, which you're trying to avoid. So we're just going to go 2 to 3 nice quick strokes and wipe.
Tracy is wondering if Peppi Gel will ever do mirrored colors.
I wish we could, but the specialty colors are actually really hard for just dip powder. But maybe we can find another way at some point to offer.
Eventually, that will be a thing. That would be cool. Is that like metallic kind of?
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So just a couple quick strokes. Your thumb's always a little bit more because it's bigger. And then wipe on the paper towel before going into the bottle. And now we're immediately going to come back and do our second coat of number 3. Here you can go a little bit slower, taking your time. And then where you cap your nail, you just rub the brush right there, and that's what's going to cap the nail in.
I love it when they get all shiny.
Mm-hmm. Like the finished product, it just is like, I did that.
So pretty. Jessica says she loves how fast it dries.
Yeah, so it's dry in exactly 2 minutes. If you guys are new, like you don't need a UV light or anything. Exactly 2 minutes, it's completely dry.
Amy's wondering if you're using a special top coat for the stamp.
I used Moyu London, their smudge-free stamping top coat, and it works really nice. I like it a lot. And that's it. All done.
So pretty.
Yeah, so now we'll wait 2 minutes, let it dry, and then I'm going to bang it up so you can see how durable it is.
You're doing sapphire?
I did, yes.
Oh, yes. I just saw the glitter. I was like, ooh.
Glitter.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Lena said the reason she loves Peppi, when you're done, you're done.
Yeah, no waiting around.
I love it. Don't have to sit and wait.
Nope. So that's it.
Pretty.
It's all nice and done, and I'll do a nice photo after I wash and lotion up my hands so they're not so rough looking. And that's it. They're all done. So we'll give it another minute so it can finish drying.
Megan is wondering how long moyu takes to dry.
So it's a regular top coat. It's definitely going to take a good few minutes, 10 minutes or so. I do one thin layer of it just because I want it to dry really fast. And then I actually tried something new last week on my live, and it worked really well with that marble nail I did. I did one really thin layer of the moyu after my stamp was done, and then maybe like 30 minutes later, after I knew for sure that this polish was going to be dry, I took my number 2 and just put it over it, let it set for its 2 minutes, wiped the nail super, super, super good, and then applied my shine like normal on top of it, and it locked last week's stamp in so perfectly well that I think that might end up being my new method down the road. But I have to wait for this to dry for a long time. So as you can see, my nails are dry. Bang them up, and they're all good to go. That's it.
Just
So
like
fun.
that. Bam.
Bam.
Just
Bam
like
and done.
I like it.
Stephanie says she loves this mani.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and sign off, and we will take a picture so you guys can see the finished pedicure, as we like to call it, and we hope that you guys tune in with us on Thursday so we can show off those mystery colors.
And go check out Maggie's dress.
Yes, go follow our Instagram stories if you're not on there. It's beautiful. I can't talk.
Beautiful.
I can't wait to see this sneak
Looks
peek.
better with my hair and my makeup done though.
Oh, it looks good.
Nicer with some pizzazz.
Yeah. All right, ladies, we're signing off for the night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.